next guest certainly had a choice to make. She had a diagnosis of multiple melanoma, cancer of the blood, and yet she was recommended by her family as being one of the happiest people. She actually, all of her children, almost all of them, are pharmaceutical reps.
Oh my.
And as soon as she was diagnosed, they all knew this doctor or that doctor that was going to help her out. And she said, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to focus on myself and being happy. And she has, and she's doing great.
Being happy is the best medicine, I believe, and I'm sure you're going to agree. Chris?
Let us welcome Chris Frasco.
Hi, Chris, honey. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
I was going to say the same thing. Good to see you. Turning around here so everyone can see you.
You know, you could have a cabinet full of medicine, but if you don't have that happiness in your body, and I've read books on that too, that you have to be positive, that heals your body as well.
It does. It really does. For me, there were a lot of things. I had great support from my family and my faith and my friends, but every day God presented me with an opportunity to see someone who was so much worse off than me. And I always, every day, it never failed. So I would always think, oh my gosh, it could be so much worse. And not that I haven't had bad times, but God took away those memories. So I really don't remember that much of it. I just finished my 3rd stem cell transplant.
Wow.
And I saw my doctor yesterday here, and he said I'm doing great.
Oh, I'm so
And I'm 63, so, you know, God...
We don't tell our age.
God had a plan for me, and he wanted me to still be here 6 years later, so I'm still here. So,
And don't you think, though, being more positive and saying, oh, woe is me, that's helped you?
well, even on the worst days, that doesn't make you feel better. It makes you feel worse. What makes you feel better is to get up and do something for somebody else. That's what makes you feel better. And my hardest time of the whole 6 years was last year, January to June. I had a really strong protocol that I had to be on before the transplant, but I was able to finish 44 years of going to college and get my diploma. The day after I finished chemo, I walked across the stage and took that diploma in my hand, and 2 weeks later I started my 3rd transplant. And that was something that drove me that whole semester. When I couldn't do anything else, what little energy I had, I used for homework. So I tell everybody I got my degree from the couch, the last 8 hours.
Congratulations, that's absolutely, absolutely marvelous. But once again, being in the book, how'd that make you feel?
Oh my goodness, I was one of the last ones, obviously, so I read a lot of the stories at the beginning, and I told Will and I told Janine, I said, I just think of myself as a regular person. I'm not amazing like these people in this book. And I feel very humbled to be amongst so many people that are so extraordinary.
Well, you know, it's interesting. A lot of the people, when I called them, said they feel happy, but they don't feel like they're noteworthy.
Yeah.
And yet, there's a great humility I find with happy people. You know, the people that we did have some people who self-nominated and wanted to be in the book and were trying to convince us to be in the book. And as we talked to them, they didn't really seem that genuinely happy. They're just more self-promoting, but you truly are happy. And I wanted to ask you, who gave you the beautiful wrist corsage?
That was from my family, my oldest daughter, Brandy, and my 3 daughters are here. I have a son back in Wichita with a new baby. So the 3 girls, Brandy, Kelly, Mandy, and my husband, Dennis, and my son-in-law, Mark, is here. So they're my family.
We're so grateful that they are here and that you're here and that you're in the book.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I really
Congratulations,
enjoyed
you
it.
look gorgeous. You look gorgeous.
Very much.